it takes about less than an hour, then we see for the first time the sign Paris again. Eh? You see also a lot of agriculture.
Oh,
Beautiful, eh?
In Belgium.
Harry?
Yep.
We're about to burn up.
Van de autumn colors, eh?
You got it?
Yeah.
Point it toward the road.
I am going to go right down the white line.
Okay. Now push the button again, they go.
Hey, you have another bridge.
Oh.
The road restaurants we shall see after a few miles again.
Have you got any of those?
Stop. And like Don already yesterday said, we don't make a very long stop there, otherwise we need our time today in Paris and not to stand on the side of the motorway to look to the bathroom. Eh? And it's best, of course, if you're ready, you go back in the coach and we drive on. Okay? Of course, if everybody in. If you left somebody, no problem at all. You walk, you have the whole day to walk over to the other side of the motorway, and we pick you up in the evening on the other way, on the other side. You see the Paris, 262 kilometers now, you see? And that's this 262 miles, or kilometers, not miles, that's until the hours in front of us. It's mad. Paris was of course clear, but we only see the Eiffel Tower at the moment for the half. Later on it was clearing up a little bit. Day is excellent.
French border.
If it is still too hot, you tell me later on. Of course, I cannot turn on the air. But here, you can see this later on. On the moment, it's a little bit rough. The shoulder is not so wide, but later on we have to pay a toll booth, and then we call it the tax motorway, the toll motorway, and then we shall see there's a beautiful motorway. And the first town we saw arrive, that's the town called Valenciennes. I told you, the French, they do it different as we do it in the Netherlands. We have to pay road tax if you have a tax. In Belgium, they don't pay any road tax. If they film, this part of France is a little bit of a problem over here. In this part, there are a lot of coal mines, steelworks, iron companies. They are very, they don't make a lot of profit anymore. They lose a lot of money, and then they have to. Valenciennes. The center is 5 miles. You see 59 again. Oh, there was the same car we overtaken. 59, that's the département of France, of Valenciennes. And that's a water tower on the right there, huh? A water tower. Look, all the blossoms on the side of the road, looks pretty.
Okay, beautiful little dinosaurs up here. I'll have you hold the dice if you would. Thank you. And I have 6 of them. And they're numbered, my dinosaurs are numbered 1 to 6, and I'll tell you which one's which, because sometimes that matters. But number 1, dinosaur number 1, is a blue pterodactyl. What's going to happen is Wanda's going to come through, and I've got a list of everybody's names. Now, if you're interested, because I know that there are some people that do not feel comfortable with gambling, and that is okay, because there is a little risk involved here, and that is fine. If you don't want to put in $1 or whatever, that's fine. But what you do is you pick a number, 1 to 6, of the dinosaur that you would like to bet upon. And you tell Wanda that number, $8 in the pot. Yes, $38.
How many French fries is that?
Now,
Station.
here they are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jurassic Park. It is my pleasure to bring you today's race of bays. Alrighty, and the tension continues to mount. And 1 spade, moving back, 1 spade.
Who's got number 2?
Where's number 2? Okay. Next roll. Okay, next roll. We've got dinosaur number 5, moving back 1 space. And dinosaur number 2, moving back 1 space. 5 and 2. And our next roll has dinosaur 4, space. 5 and 2. I dropped one of the dice way down in the basement, so we're taking another one at random.
The most what you see is sugar beets. And if they don't do that, that water come down and take the seed with them. And that's the reason they have that. And after a few weeks, if the plants coming up, they take...
Fixed it. I don't know, but I just want to warn you so that you don't get too frustrated. But for the most part, again, if you're looking for T-shirts with, like soccer T-shirts for the World Championships that are going to be happening in Paris, if you're looking for...
Go into Paris.
And the Germans, they had a war between over the Alsace-Lorraine, and it was in 1870, 1871. That war takes 1 year, and the Germans was all the same. But here is a speed limit of 130 kilometers per hour for a car, 80 for trucks, 100 for coaches. Look, there's a plane going up already there. You see there on the right in front of you, eh? Ah, you already saw us from far distance over here.
We're going under the airport right now.
On the right, the white box
Here
at
in
the top.
Paris.
The train, he comes from the Gare de l'Est, the east station of Paris, to the airport. And if you look in front of you now, you can see this 32 kilometers. The large building on the left in front of you, that's silver. Look, by the way, by the front of you, you can see above the motorway now, the Europe number 1. If you drive to the Périphérique, that's then where the center of Paris starts, it takes 10 minutes, then you are there. It's very quiet today. On the left, that's Hyatt Regency Hotel, on the left. Hyatt Regency. One of the most expensive hotels, on your left. If you don't want to go to Paris, you take the motorway to the right, and then you make a circle around the city. Not a circle around the center, no, completely around the city. And they call it the Boulevard Périphérique Extérieur. We take the Boulevard Périphérique Intérieur. Around the city, around the center we take it. Very, very quiet for Sunday. We're lucky. And I think in a few minutes we can see the Eiffel Tower and the Church of the Sacred Heart. Oh, that's what she likes. That's what she likes. She asked me, I climb on the chair and you break, Harry. There is the Eiffel Tower. There is the Church of the Sacred Heart. But it's now just behind the sign. Wait a moment. A little bit further, you can have a better view on it. Look, right in front of you, where the truck is now. On the bridge. There, on the right. In front of you. Wait a moment. A little bit further, we have a better view.
Carried around a while. If it isn't a sticky, give them this kid.
On the left here is the big car factory of the Citroën. On the left here, the car manufactory of the Citroën. You see on the left here? On the left.
You want me to do it? That's not yours.
On the Renault, that's more on the south.
Here's yours right here.
On the right here, where you see the yellow flowers of the mustard seed, here is the airport Le Bourget. You can see the control tower right in front of you.
I don't even know what it was.
So, and if you come now under the bridges, look to the skyline, right in front of you above the road, you can see then the Church of the Sacred Heart and the Eiffel Tower. Wait a moment, eh? If you cross the bridges in front of us.
I guess I better run it. I better put her name tag on it.
Look, we make a little bend to the right. And if you look now, just a little bit further.
I take it off and tie it around my waist. Well, I might do that. We got one of these.
So,
Well, I was gonna take it. I'm not sure we would take it.
look now in front of you. If you pass this bridge in front of you now, you can see right above the road, you can see the Church of the Sacred Heart and the Eiffel Tower on the skyline. You see that? Right in front of you,
Yeah, I do.
between the lampposts.
Yeah, I do.
There, right in front of us. You see the dome of the Church of the Sacred Heart, and on the right side, that is behind, is the Eiffel Tower.
I'm not sure what I was saying. I don't know.
No, wait a moment, wait a moment. You are so nearby the Eiffel Tower later on, you can touch them. What you say? Oh yes, the boat trip. They go nearby. But you know that the Eiffel Tower is built on the left port on the River Seine. On the way back at home. You don't have to be afraid we forget it. Also the stamps. If we give you the stamps, you remember how many stamps you ask, and then you pay later on the way back at home or down. On the right here is the airport Le Bourget. You can see here on the right, maybe we passed it already, there's still rockets left over from MS Final is playing. That's will be passed in a minute. Look at the left in front of you on the skyline. At 11 o'clock you can see the Eiffel Tower clear and the Church of the Sacred Heart. Very clear on the skyline now. Left in front of you. See there? 11 o'clock, huh? There he is. Very clear. Here on the right you can see a sign with a basilica on, and this basilica is this Royal Basilica of Saint-Denis, and the graves of the French royal families, they are in this basilica. Revolution, the people, they steal and destroy everything, and also they were so angry that they also, after the French Revolution, they bring all the bones belongs to the queens and the kings together on one grave, and they did it here in this cathedral, this basilica. Unbelievable, so right. Now we are lucky. Look, the church on the skyline in front of you now. So these tunnels we go in now. Last year they take the roof of the tunnels and they put new roofs on, and also they make a new, how you call it, a system to take the pollution out. But if you have your car was broke down here, and it was busy, that is not so busy, and you have to stay here. It was very, very dangerous. You have to walk out, so run out so fast if you want, with all the pollution of the cars here. Then we shall see three bridges in front of us. We can see then a bridge with a lot of traffic on. That's yeah, a little further is open space, open spot. There we go.
Right there.
De waterwasser. quiet on the roads. There's a surprise today. The large, that tall building you see in front of you, that's where we have to go, and then we pass later on. That's a Hotel Concorde Lafayette. There we drive really into Paris, and also they built there the big the Palace of Congress Palace, and he let build, of course, this Arc de Triomphe. Only you make it twice so big as it was in Rome. He's exactly 50 yards, 150 feet high. He's 45 yards wide. In the middle is an arch of 105 feet high, and in the middle of that arch is then, of course, the grave of the unknown soldiers. You can see the people walk on the top. You see it? We stop on the other side. There is the Champs-Élysées, and then you have the possibility to get off and to take a photo if you want to do it. And if you want to stay in the bus to go to the parfumery place, of course you stay in the bus. But this Arc de Triomphe was built on the Place d'Étoile, the Place of the Star. There's now Place Charles de Gaulle. It is the most craziest pound for the traffic. You can see all the traffic come from different directions. 12 big boulevards come together on that small square, and that makes it extremely busy. Then on this Arc de Triomphe, of course, you have all the names from the great generals of the armies of Napoleon. All the cities that they counted during the period he was, of course, the emperor here of France, and all the big victories of battles he won. It's all riding on this Arc de Triomphe. In the evening it's completely light up, and you see in the middle where all the people standing over there. There is the grave of the unknown soldier. And you can go up with the lift to the top. And maybe it is unbelievable, but about 7-8 years ago, there was a man with a sports plane. He flying with his plane through the arch. Yeah, yes. And there was an older man. He wanted to do something spectacular before he don't fly anymore. And then, of course, after the registration number, they come off after the name of the man, and they take him his license to flying. But that's happened 6-7 years ago on an early Sunday morning. A man with a walkie-talkie was standing on here. Special for you, we don't have it last week. Look here, with all the flags, that's the famous Champs-Élysées. The famous book. What's the time? 11:45 it is. So we say 12:30. Yeah. Down. Where is down? 3/4 of an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, down.
Grave of unknown soldiers being taken from the arch here in Paris, France.
Pont Alexandre III. Devant vous, un exemple de structure métallique adorée de sculptures 1900 de pierre et de bronze. Ce pont fu dédié à l'Alliance franco-russe de l'époque.
Davanti a voi un esempio di struttura metallica rifinita con sculture in pietra e in bronzo del Novecento.
Puente Alessandro
Borne di epoca napoleonica. In questo quartiere sono numerosi palazzi settecenteschi, spesso sede di ambasciate e ministeri.
Astburg im
Collection.
Backbord der Louvre. Seit dem 13. Jahrhundert die Festung der Könige von Frankreich.
ロスのはルーブル回廊は征服時代に集められた膨大な数のコレクションで飾られています。
À Tribord, école des beaux-arts, palais de la Reine du XVIIe siècle et le siège des académies et de l'Institut. En amont du Pont des Arts, l'Hôtel de la Monnaie présente sa façade janséniste.
Sul starboard, in più di 150 anni, su luoghi di culto più antichi di cui si possono visitare i resti nei sotterranei.
世紀建築家ガブリエルによりルイ15世の騎馬像設置のため作られました。広場にあるオベリスクはエジプトより提供されました。
À Tribord, Grand Palais. avec le Petit Palais, construction bâtie, élevée pour l'exposition universelle de 1900, est devenu un centre de manifestation temporaire.
To starboard the Grand Palais, along with the Petit Palais, they were built of steel to house the Universal Exposition.
À bâbord, la Tour Eiffel. Du nom de l'ingénieur qui l'a conçu, cet assemblage métallique d'un bel éclairage est un émetteur encore actif.
La sua struttura metallica, mirabilmente illuminata, fin dalla prima guerra mondiale, servì da antenne emittente.
A bâbord, la Tour Eiffel, un nombre de ingenieros la proyectó, estructura metálica.
ここが見えます。
Flowers. As I drove slowly now, drive slowly, there's no traffic
This is the
behind you, you're
tunnel where
lucky.
Princess
But here,
Diana
this was all filled up with
was
flowers
killed.
here, eh? And here you see then the heart, you see all the things what they write on the wall for Diana, you see the photo of her, you see on the right there?
Well, stop, let us
Yeah, look, and stop here, this is on the lot. Look, and a little bit further on the left,
Yeah.
there is the place, you see the red color on the pillar, that is the place where it was happened, here on the left. Yeah.
Right here.
Here on the left. That was the place where the accident was, on the left. Yeah. It's just all flowers there, you see them? Yeah, I don't get stop here, there's the Date Tunnel. It was an art museum, and this one of the only buildings but it's not light up during the evening. This beautiful building is the Palais des Arts, built for the World Fair in 1937, on the right here. There it is. Normally, always the boys, you play here with their skateboards and the roller skate. Oh, you see them now.
Now
See them, right?
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful, eh? You saw the Eiffel Tower very near now, eh? And you saw the number on the Eiffel Tower. You know what that number means? So many days until the year 2000. You see, the G stands for day. G means jour, and a jour is a day in the French language. So many days until the year 2000. If you go to the day tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, that's 601. Then you have to stand in the lane if you want to go to the third floor, and every time you have to wait, you can go in.
Do it. Come on over. We don't care.
Museums, that's the museum for the human bee, the museum for the Navy Museum, and also the museum for the cinema. You see the Eiffel Tower, you see the lift coming down to the second. Do something special for you. Wait a moment, we do something special. I do something special. If I can park the bus, we do something special. Look, I can park the coach just nearby the Eiffel Tower. Otherwise, you stand behind the motorbikes up the wall, and I make a picture with you with on the back, above your head, the Eiffel Tower. Come over here. You can go up.
Large crowd of people here at the Eiffel Tower. I'm standing at the bottom of the tower.
So, come out, we make a photo. Napoleon. And he hoped, of course, with this, bring over the body from the son of Napoleon from Vienna to Paris, that they hope Napoleon. Wait a moment, I stop. Right there are all the hotels des Invalides for the Invalid soldiers, I told you. Ik stond denken, dan ga ik even doen ze op wel. En het restaurant zien. Want hoe je het waarschuwt, wat ik dan uitspelen.
Yeah, that was so the man from the head announcer. Yeah, I think it's
Windows in the roof. They make the windows of the roof, oh, there's the top of an armor. You see the helmet of a knight and then the upper side of an armor. You can see it on the left.
I see it.
You see it? The building on the left there? The windows in the roof. To the bull. You know what Schönebuhl is? You can see him in the distance there, and they throw him then. They throw first a small ball away, and each player has then 2 iron balls, and they try as near as possible. They come with their own balls by the smallest ball, and what is the nearest by that small ball, he's the winner. The Russians make a treaty between both countries, and that's the reason, of course, they call the bridge after Tsar Alexander the Great one. Look what the beautiful statues, the gold leaf statues on the top, but look also to the lamppost if we cross the bridge.
I got some of that.
Yeah, you saw it if you make the river cruise, eh?
Yeah.
The cruise on the river. The large building on the left from the the mummy, how do you call it? The mummy from Ramses II. You called it the mummy? What you called it? Pharaoh Ramses II. His body was here about 20 years ago. And they do something, they preparate it on a special way that it is not to see Paris at night, but special with Christmas. Then you see the most beautiful city what it can give. Look at the enormous building on the left in front of you. The Grand Palace built for the World Fair in 1900, only used for galleries. On the left in front of you. And you see an old Pharaoh, I think, the statue on the right here, of Egypt, just on the right here. They give that obelisk of the city of Paris on French. He is also out of the time of Ramses II. And he is 23 meters high, that's about 70.
The obelisk.
Now look at your left now, look at the left, the new Arc de Triomphe and the old Arc de Triomphe. If you look through the arch, you can see the old and the new one. I have a bad face. The main entrance, there's where Jacques Chirac lives on the right, the president. And there you see the guards. They've called ears, I think. Ooh, we hit them on the head. Kaartje, on the left. Yeah.
Right here.
Here on the left. That's him. Kaartje.
Take a picture.
On the left.
We're going to take a picture. Hey, there's
Look here, beautiful. They painted and cleaned up the buildings on the right. Look. And from here until the new arch, the new one, the very modern one, is 8 kilometers, is 5.5 miles.
Yeah, I'm going to do this one.
What's that EP stand for expired?
That extended play.
Okay. I'll check that out. I won't take Notre Dame. Paris.